Are you thinking of buying a home and wondering if using a VA home loan is the right choice for you? In this episode of Hella Smart, we're going to give you the pros and cons of using a VA home loan so you can make the right choice with your home financing. First, thanks for your service. If you're eligible to use a VA home loan, that means that you're a service member, a veteran, or the spouse of a deceased service member or veteran. Getting a VA home loan is great, but it's important you understand everything about it and how it works before you go shopping for your home. We're going to start by giving you 3 reasons why using a VA home loan is a hella smart option. The first and biggest pro is that the VA home loan doesn't require a big down payment to use it. In fact, it doesn't require a down payment at all. This is a true zero down payment loan option. This is not like some kind of home buyer grant or down payment assistance program you may have heard of where you have to pay back a part of the loan or the grant at the end of when you own your home, when you sell or refinance. No, none of that applies here. This is a true zero down payment loan option that you've earned with your military service. The second pro for using VA home loan is that this program is more forgiving for home buyers with lower credit scores, higher debt-to-income numbers, and just less money in the bank when they're buying their home. I've seen home buyers who were not able to buy a home using either a conventional loan or an FHA loan program successfully buy a home using the VA home loan benefit. This is not like other government programs that you may have heard of, FHA being the most common one it's compared to, and that gives veterans an advantage when trying to buy a home using their VA home loan benefit. The third pro for using a VA home loan is that it doesn't have any monthly mortgage insurance payments. Lots of low down payment or no down payment loan programs require the home buyer to pay a monthly mortgage insurance payment as part of the insurance for being able to use a low or zero down payment loan. The VA loan program does not work like that. It does involve something called VA loan insurance, which we're going to describe in a moment, but that doesn't involve monthly payments, which makes it harder for you to qualify to buy a home. So those are a couple of the pros of using a VA home loan, but now let's talk about some of the cons. Not everything's perfect, and if you're serious about buying a home, it's important you know this stuff. The first con is that a VA home loan may have higher total loan costs compared to other loan options. And the reason for that is because of the VA funding fee. This is a fee that the VA charges on VA home loans that pays for what's called VA mortgage insurance. That insurance financially protects home loan companies in the event the veteran defaults or stops paying on their VA home loan. Now, the benefit to you for that insurance is what allows home lenders to make these loans with generally lower interest rates and more forgiving financial requirements compared to other home loan programs. It's also important to remember that this fee is not charged to veterans with a 10% or higher disability rating. Let me repeat that. If you're a veteran with a VA disability rating of 10% or higher, you are exempt from paying this fee, and the VA home loan is probably the best option for you to use. So if you have high FICO credit scores and a large down payment, the VA loan may be a more expensive option for you overall than other types of loan programs. Let me give you an example. I worked with Marcus and Linda when they bought their first home. Marcus is a Marine veteran and was eligible to use his VA home loan benefit. However, they also both had very high FICO credit scores and a large down payment. So in their example, using a conventional home loan option with no mortgage insurance was actually an overall lower cost to them than using a VA home loan. We need to look at your whole financial picture to find out which is the best home loan option for you. And let me repeat, if you have a 10% or higher VA disability rating, you do not need to pay the VA loan funding fee, and that makes it probably the best loan option for you. The second con to using a VA home loan is, and I really hate to have to say this, but there is some stigma to using the home loan program. It's important you have a loan officer who can help explain the benefits of this program to sellers and their real estate agents so they understand that you're a strong home buyer. Be sure your loan officer is trained on the VA home loan program and has a good team behind them. You don't want to get stuck working with some boot loan officer or a blue falcon who's going to make a rookie mistake on your home purchase. The third con you may need to deal with is the VA termite report and pest inspection. Now, this only applies in some states, and sometimes it only applies to some counties in some states. But you need to find out if this is something you need to deal with, because it is a difference between the VA home loan and other types of loans. And this pest report inspection are for certain areas where the VA wants to make sure the home you're buying doesn't have any termite or pest problems that would affect your ability to safely live in the home. And compared to other loan programs that don't require them, this can be a con if you're competing with other buyers who are using loans that don't require this. If you have any questions about how any of this works, please reach out and ask. Click the thumbnail here for more VA home loan information, and click the subscribe and thumbs up button to catch our next video. I'm Rodil Mateo with NEXA Mortgage, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Hella Smart.